Hi, greetings, fellow Whovians. Whovian Queen here. Hope you're having a good week so far. Well, our look at the 10th Doctor era now continues on with the Sontaran Stratagem. So, let's take a look at it. Martha Jones, a former companion of the 10th Doctor, calls him to ask for assistance during an investigation by UNIT. Minutes after the Doctor's craft, the TARDIS, materializes in contemporary Britain, Martha authorizes the raid of an Atmos factory. The Doctor introduces his companion Donna to Martha and UNIT. Donna instantly befriends Martha, but is concerned about UNIT's ethics. Atmos is marketing a satellite navigation system developed by young prodigy Luke Radigan. The system also reduces carbon dioxide emissions to zero. UNIT requested the Doctor's help because the technology is not contemporary and might be alien. UNIT are also concerned about 52 simultaneous deaths occurring spontaneously several days earlier. Ugh. Whilst everyone is studying the technology at the plant, Donna goes through the personnel offices and discovers that there are no recorded absences by anyone in the plant. No one is getting sick. The Doctor travels to Radigan's private school to investigate this system and discovers that the recent events have been plotted by an alien warrior race known as the Sontarans. Dun dun dun. The Sontarans are part of a battle group led by General Stahl, the Undefeated, and Luke is his Earth asset. Instead of an outright invasion, they are taking control with a combination of human clones, mind control, and Atmos. Martha is captured by two of the controlled humans and cloned to provide a mole within UNIT. Meanwhile, Donna returns home to explain to her mother Sylvia and her grandfather Wilfred that she has been traveling with the Doctor after being advised to do so by Martha. Concerned about the implications of telling the truth, Donna decides against telling her mother. Why? The Doctor investigates the Atmos device attached to Donna's car and discovers a secondary function. The device can emit a poisonous gas. Wilfred attempts to take the car off the road, but is trapped when Stahl activates all 400 million Atmos devices installed in cars worldwide. Bum bum bum. And yeah, this is the first part of a two-parter, so yeah, that's a bit of a dangerous cliffhanger to end on, so yeah. So anyway, let's look at the production of this episode, beginning with the conception. The episode features the return of the Sontarans, who last appeared in the 1985 serial The Two Doctors, a central appearance by UNIT and Martha Jones, who last appeared in Last of the Time Lords and made special guest appearances in the Torchwood episodes Reset, Dead Man Walking, and A Day in the Death. The brief that executive producer Russell T Davies gave to writer Helen Rayner included included the terms Sontarans, military, and Martha's back. This episode continues the pattern of having monsters from the classic series return in the new one. Davies commented that the Sontarans were always on his list of villains to resurrect. The time and location of the episode was chosen because every previous Sontaran story except for the Invasion of Time was set on Earth. Now on to the writing. Martha's departure allowed Davies to change the character's personality. In her reappearance, she's more mature and equal to the Doctor as opposed to the third series, in which she was in love with him. The writers debated several aspects of her character, her status and reaction to Donna in particular. Sorry. Rayner liked to emphasize Martha's medical career over her military career, and avoided a handbags at dawn scenario because she felt it would rehash Rose Tyler's initial opinion of former companion Sarah Jane Smith from the second series episode School Reunion. This is the first major appearance of UNIT since the show's revival. Their name has changed from United Nations Intelligence Task Force to Unified Intelligence Task Force at the request of the United Nations, who cited the political climate and potential brand confusion as reasons for disassociation. The new acronym was coined by Davies after several meetings among the scriptwriters. The unit privates Gray and Wilson were specifically written as alien fodder. The episode refers to inconsistencies in dating UNIT stories when the Doctor is unsure whether he worked for UNIT in the 1970s or 1980s. Yeah, guys, can we just make that clear about that? Just make things clear about that for once. Yeesh. Rayner initially envisioned the poisonous gas would be emitted by factories, but changed in later drafts to cars for several reasons. The episode would provide social commentary, and the idea of an evil sat-nav system was much more engageable and irresistible. Davies thought the concept was so very Doctor Who. Because the series was produced out of order, the Atmos subplot was seated in the previous episode Partners in Crime. The 15th broken moon of the Medusa Cascade is also mentioned. The Medusa Cascade was previously mentioned in Last of the Time Lords, Partners in Crime, and in the Fires of Pompeii. In the episode, a system installed in a unit jeep undramatically explodes. Originally, Rayner wanted it to be a large explosion, but reduced the explosion to several sparks to reduce cost and to lampoon an action movie cliche. Good. The episode, like Aliens of London and the Lazarus Experiment, probably introduces the lead companion's family. Unlike the Taylor Jones families, both Sylvia Noble and Wilfred Mott had met the Doctor before in The Runaway Bride and Voyage of the Damned, respectively, providing Rayner with an additional subplot. Expository dialogue explains Maud's absence from The Runaway Bride by the character having had Spanish flu. Wilfred's positive opinion of the Doctor is different from Sylvia's, who, according to Tennant, joined, quote, a long line of mothers that don't quite get the Doctor. Davies had wanted a family member who trusted the Doctor since the show's revival. And now, finally, on to filming. The opening scene, which depicts the system driving reporter Joe Nakashima into the canal, was filmed at Cardiff Docks. The scene was the first time a car cannon had been used since 2005 and was required to be completed in one shot. The car fired into the canal was removed immediately afterwards to clear the shipping route. Scenes at the Radigan Academy were filmed at Markham County Park, Port Talbot, from October 23 to 26, 2007. The London skyline and gas were added in post-production by the mill. When interviewed on Friday Night with Jonathan Ross, Catherine Tate stated that she had been filming alongside 10 actors playing Sontarans for 2 weeks before she realized that there were actors inside the Sontaran costumes. She had assumed the Sontarans ran on electricity. It was not until an actor removed his helmet to reveal his face that she realized her mistake. She stated she was freaked out by this and said she nearly died. Whoa. Despite the Sontaran's clone culture being asserted in the classic series, the Sontaran Stratagem is the first to depict this cloning process. Originally, all of the factory workers were to be clones, but Rayner reduced this to only Martha to solve continuity problems for the second part. The template clone was portrayed by Rory Mears, who wore a prosthetic mask that took longer to apply than any he had previously worn. The scenes involving the cloning tank were filmed at a Welsh shampoo factory and were used to prop from the Fires of Pompeii as the tank which contained the clone. Davies and Adjuman enjoyed the scenes set in the cloning room. Adjuman liked playing an evil companion, who said she and Davies felt made the real Martha warmer, and Davies thought Privates Gray and Harris discovering the tank in a darker room was classic Doctor Who. So overall, as the first part of a 2-part story, this is actually pretty dang good, and I like the setup, and we'll definitely see the conclusion to this when we get to it in a couple weeks. So yeah. So overall, I give the Sontaran Stratagem 4 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. Well, hope you'll enjoy the review, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it around. Also, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to hit the bell icon to be notified about when I upload videos. And if it would help support this channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. Link, as always, is in the description below. So, until next. So, yeah. Anyway, of course, the next episode we'll be looking at will be The Poison Sky. Ooh. So anyway, until then, this is Hoovy and Queen saying, oh my giddy aunt! When I say run, run! I have a versatility of the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo! Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.